Mayuresh Joshi also joins us on the show. Mayuresh, tell me the top financial bet that you have from the BFSI space.
Afternoon, Anisha. So interesting space, I think, has moved quite significantly. The numbers have been very encouraging in the quarter gone by. And therefore, from the core banking names, we've got ICICI Bank and State Bank of India, which probably remain on our buy watch list. What we probably got in our research lists and in the model portfolios is IDFC First Bank. I think the numbers have been fabulous for IDFC First. The expectations in terms of granularity expected to come through, both in terms of the retail mix as well as the advances and deposit growth expected to keep stable nymphs, along with stable credit deposit ratios and cost income ratios expected to come even lower, along with credit cost means and ROE expansions. That's for the system as a whole. But I think numbers have been fabulous so far. In the broader universe, again, on pullbacks, NBFCs like Chola Finance, which had a stellar show when it came to the advances growth, probably also looks decently poised. Obviously, the move from key pivot levels on the O'Neill methodology is a little bit on the higher side. And therefore, pullbacks is something that is warranted. I think a few of these names that we like from the financial universe on the O'Neill.
Mayuresh, afternoon, with the onset now of the monsoon, give us a sense as to whether or not you're looking to bank on this theme in the long run, say some rural plays, etc., that you believe could merit?
Was that for me?
Yes, Mayuresh, for you.
Sorry, I could not hear that. So I think with monsoons expected to start, I just read a news article that in the next 2 days it should start approaching the western shores as well. So I think that's a very positive sign. I think what happens largely in the second half of the monsoon season, whether we do get an El Nino, I think is going to be largely being discussed at this point of time, but that will largely determine the fortunes in terms of a lot of these rural-focused stocks. But I think a mix of both crude derivatives and crude prices coming up, expectations of long-term monsoons still being around the 90-95% mark, means that a lot of these rural-based themes should come roaring back. Having said that, I think a lot of these mid-cap companies which are into the infra space, rural roads, semi-urban construction activities that are probably expected to take place as well, look very, very interesting. So I think a few of these road players like PNC Infrastructure as an example, come to mind. A few of the auto stocks are nicely perched as well. You've seen huge outperformance from stocks like a TVS Motors in the past. But I think with the rural economies expected to stabilize and expectations in terms of more announcements coming for the budgets for this sector as a whole, a few of these auto stocks to the likes of Maruti as an example, can also do well. So I think a few of these themes can continue to